Hi guys, welcome back to Marvel Contest of Champions. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at Map 6. Our alliance for the first time managed to compete in Map 6, only for one day. And I'm going to explain about the strategies and reasons and thoughts on Map 6. Number 1, why we did it. Number 2, the implications of it. And number 3, the experience of it. So let's first of all talk about the cost. It cost 3 million gold, 200,000 loyalty and 500,000 battle chips. Now to give you an idea, this is a lot of grinding. It's a lot of grinding out the game that our alliance does. You know, we've got some fantastic people that are able to grind a huge amount, but I myself trying to put together a plan of kind of increasing the amount of time I play the game that doesn't impact on my YouTube making, my YouTube video making, my work, my full-time job, because YouTube is not my full-time job. It's then trying to get this balance, especially at weekends, that I'm not playing the game quite so much because there's other things that go on in life that are a little bit more important than playing a game. Game is very important to me, but at the same time there's other things that go on. You know, you want to spend time with friends, family, that kind of thing, and it's trying to find a healthy balance between the two. But the fact is, we have to do Map 6 at some point in the future. We'll have to do it regularly. Why? Because of Tier 4 class Catalyst crystals. So why did we start off the week doing Map 6? Well, number 1, it's the easiest day to do Map 6. Number 2, it's all about increasing the amount of points earned. Now, that is really, we could have done it further on in the week to kind of get more like total points from it. But it did seem the most wisest point, with our alliance not being the strongest alliance, but still a good alliance, to start off the week with Map 6. A lot of alliances that are in our tier do choose to do Map 6 twice in a row. So like Monday, Tuesday, sorry, the first day, the second day, or the 4 days ago, 3 days ago. And then for the rest of them, do Map 5. So that was the kind of the strategy behind it. We managed to get a total of 87 million points. Usually we only manage to get about, I'd say, 80, no, actually just below that. It must be at 79 mil, 80 mil, based on our current prestige. Now obviously, as we continue on further with the game and our alliance does go up, our prestige will increase, which then will mean that they will be able to get better scoring, and things will then seem better, getting us to that point of getting that tier 4 class catalyst. Our alliance got a position of 35, which at the moment is our best charting place to date. Usually it's about 207 and lower, but we would have needed better prestige, and also potentially doing Map 6 for day 2 in order to get that 1 to 10 mark to then get that tier 4 class catalyst crystal. Our next steps are to go up to the next tier. We'll probably run Map 5 as we usually do, and then we'll get demoted down, and then make a decision about what we're going to do next. Now, there are a few people that have got to rank up some characters. Maybe we can increase the prestige, and that will be the strategies then as we go on to try and compete for that tier 4 class catalyst crystal. It's not always as plain sailing as that, so I am prepared that it's going to be a lot of hard work, but hey, you've got to do a lot of hard work in the game in order to get somewhere. And usually speaking to these other alliances, they do get 96 mil, and that is what usually gets you a tier 4 class catalyst in this current tier. Obviously, as you go up and around different tierings, you may find that it's going to be a lot different to achieve. So what is Map 6 like? Well, it's a very, very interesting and I'd say very active map, right? It's kind of like Alliance Wars in that some nodes have significant bonuses than others, and I did find it quite enjoyable, but at the same time, yeah, it was a bit challenging. Some of the Alliance members found it difficult, some found it a little bit easier, and there's some good resources out there, and I'll put a link to this source here, which is from the Russian site, which is the Marvel. I can't pronounce it properly, so I'll put a link in the description below. There's this alliance map, but also there's some great resources there. For example, a full breakdown of nodes and things attached to there. So it's a great helpful resource to this kind of like the Russian site. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of the site names, but apart from that, yeah, some great stuff. So you're looking at stuff that looks a bit like Alliance Wars in that, you know, you've had attached things like 20% energy resistance, and there's other kind of things applicable to different things. Not something that's going to be too challenging. It's going to be feel quite challenging, but if you bring the right champions, obviously I would recommend rank 5s and higher, so 5 stars, higher up ranks would be best. So it just gives you an idea. I'm going to put some gameplay in between me talking of some gameplay and kind of fights that I had. I had a fantastic fight against, I think it was Captain Marvel, where I used Scarlet Witch and absolutely owned. So let's play that now. Right, so here's the fight here. So 10 seconds, kind of like I'm watching it at 10 seconds. Obviously a good first miss with the kind of the L2's already up there. And we get the first stun, which is great, and a power still. A second stun's being applied, and a third stun's being applied, and it's curtains. That is a total of, I think that's less than 20 seconds there to dispatch that Captain Marvel. Incredible. It was a very kind of good fight. I did find that there were times where I was playing well. Granted, this is the first day of map 6, so on that kind of hard scale, it's not going to be right up there. It's going to be a kind of a good scale, not amazing. Obviously I've taken a little bit of damage, not something that I'm particularly worried about because of the block proficiency from the character, and you just got to remember telltale signs of, there we go, and it's then back away from this unstoppable. You know, I'm kind of taking there, so I'm giving in a little bit to try and coax the character out to then come towards, but then back off again, so I'm not getting too near. Apply the L2, we get that bleed off. It's a good duration, it's high, it's going to take away a lot of health points of the character. Obviously the energy resistance, physical resistance and the armor I'm not too worried about, because it doesn't matter if you've got armor or resistance to certain things, you can still bleed like a bitch. That's what I'm gonna, that's my mantra. And the same thing applies for Road to Labyrinth. It doesn't matter if it's got resistance to stuff, it can still bleed like a bitch. So again, another bleed's been applied. We're going to then just block up, take little amount of damage there from him, and we can fight up and get the win. And there were times where I messed up. You know, I did try a little bit on Spider-Man and didn't, I don't know what it was. It was something with Spider-Man that I didn't particularly clock in well. I found great usage with the 3 characters that I took in. I took Captain America World War II, Scarlet Witch, and Black Widow. They were fantastic characters, 3 of the most iconic and amazing characters within the game. So to summarise my experience in map 6, it was enjoyable. I did feel that it's going to be a day 1 and day 2 thing with regards to doing it. There's good reasons for doing it, and based on upping prestige, trying to then drop down that tier. So therefore when you're applying in map 6 on day 1, day 2 and then map 5 for the rest of the days, that you're getting that significant amount of milestones and also the significant points reward that is hopefully going to get you that tier 4 class catalyst crystal. I'm still loyal to my alliance. I believe in working hard with an alliance to then go further in the game, and there's a lot of people within our alliance that have been there for a long time. Their egos are not high that they go, right, well I need to go into alliance when I am earning one. No, it's all about a team effort, and being in a good alliance is all about working together. And if you can't work all together, then you know, you're just going to be an alliance hopper. And Kabam are really kind of stamping down on these alliance hoppers. So stay loyal, stay friendly with the people you're with, and work hard. And one day you'll go from, like we did a year ago, just doing map 3 to now 1 year later, and we've done map 6 for the first time, which is a very good thing, to have a nice solid alliance, a fantastic leadership, great officers, and a great place to be in, which I've been in for well over a year now. So I'm very happy, and also I think that people should look to this as kind of inspiration of where they want to go with their Marvel Contest of Champions career. I started off just over 2 years ago, and not putting a significant amount of work into the game. I'm sure that when I become a full-time YouTuber, which I'm not now, but when I do, I'll be able to play the game a lot more, and maybe then we will then push for more things. But until that day comes, I'm happy with what I'm doing at the pace and rate that I'm doing at. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, a little bit insightful. Obviously, check out those links in the description below when it comes to looking at things with regards to map 6. There's helpful node information, so if you're hitting a node, then you can go to this and it will tell you what to expect. Yeah, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Follow me on social media, the link is in the description. Don't forget to subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions related content, and as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye.